Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to go with the maiden race, the maiden championship on this Memorial Day. We have four young ladies that are going to make their way to the post in a matter of minutes. We have in post position number one a young woman who has been a champion. She comes from a family of great horsemen representing the Ogallala Nation, a family that has been involved in the horse business for about 400 and some odd years. This is the Brewer family, and Wildfire is the name of the team, and a champion rider by the name of Lexi Brewer. Now, Lexi Brewer won her heat on Saturday pretty handily. She's going to be in red and in post position number two. From out of the Fort Yates Indian Reservation, what they call the Standing Rock, representing the people of Sitting Bull. This is going to be Longfeather, and a young woman that I've known for a long time. She's going to be along the rail. Her name is Tylee Kadot. Now in post position 3 and 4 in pink. It is going to be Jumping Eagle 1 with Malia Jumping Eagle. And in post position number 4, Jumping Eagle with Lysandra Tall. Taking the early read is going to be Lysandra Tall of Jumping Eagle Express. Tylee Kadot along the rail in second place. In third on the far outside, riding for Wildfire is going to be Lexi Brewer in second right now. And in third, it's still going to be Longfeather. And Jumping Eagle number 1 is the trailer, back about 5.5 lengths from the third place position. Down the middle of the track they go. It is going to be Lexi Brewer with Wildfire now challenging for the lead with Jumping Eagle Express with Lysandra Tall along the rail on the outside of her. It's Lexi Brewer with Wildfire. Longfeather is further back about 5.5 lengths at a gap of about 10 lengths back to Jumping Eagle 1. As they go around the turn, Lysandra Tall with Jumping Eagle 2 holds off the challenges of Wildfire with Lexi Brewer. And down the middle of the track they come for the last 200 yards, and it is going to be a battle towards the wire as Lexi Brewer with Wildfire is going to the whip. But there is enough in the tank for Lysandra Tall with Jumping Eagle Express. And they're going to be able to hold them off, and she wins it all. Lysandra Tall and Lexi Brewer of Wildfire. And now here comes Tylee Kadot with Longfeather, and it is going to be Malia Jumping Eagle with Jumping Eagle number 1 in fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the women's portion of this program. What a job. What a job for Lysandra Tall. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this young lady. She is from the family on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. This young lady's brother, who has tragically been deceased quite a few years ago, was a legendary rider, 3 times world champion, an outstanding rider by the name of Hermes Tall. And they come from a family of very exceptionally talented horsemen. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Lysandra Tall of the Jumping Eagle Express. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you a little bit of a background in the sport of Indian relay. Indian relay has been around since the time that the horses have been involved in the lives of the Native Americans on the Great Plains. From the time of about the Buffalo Bill Wild West show in the early 1900s, Buffalo Bill brought a lot of the participants of the Battle of the Little Bighorn to be a part of their team, to be a part of their pageant, and they developed the racing of Native Americans, and then the early fairs and rodeos like Belfast, South Dakota, Miles City, Montana, Sheridan, Wyoming, involved the Native Americans in those festivities. And it began to develop the relay of the Native Americans, and they've been a part of the Western festivals across the western part of this great country. And they really began to really thrive. But in 1990s, in Sheridan, Wyoming, they began to put up serious money. Used to be that Native Americans would just bring saddle horses and go and compete against the other members of the nations. But as Sheridan began to develop the purse structure that reaches now $95,000, places like Casper holding the Horse Nations Indian Relay Council $100,000 just for the men's division on one day. It began to get serious over 20 some years ago, and the horse began to be not just a saddle horse, but the Native Americans started going to the racetracks to buy bottom claimers, but horses with a lot of speed. And so they began to develop the talent of these young men, where before it was latent, but now a lot of the riders that you see out here train vigorously. They run 2-3 miles. They gallop 7-8 horses a day. These young men are well-conditioned athletes. A lot of them are great basketball players of their reservations. These are athletic young men and very, very tough. They are amazing athletes. And the horse have also begun to be developed to the point where these are speed horses. And they come off the racetracks, whether it's in Gulfstream or whether it's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I was just visiting earlier with a young man, and he said that one of this gray colts came from the Hot Springs racetrack at Oak Lawn Park. And that is a speed horse that they had. A lot of them come right out of the Golden Gate Fields in California. And now, these relay teams are now competing for thousands, maybe $50,000 to $60,000 on a weekend. Money has been the driving factor behind the development of these great teams. And before we get underway with the consolation, after 2 heats of qualifications, we come to the championship day, in which the cream of the crop has been separated. What you're going to watch this afternoon are the teams that are going to go for the big money. But before we happen to go there, we're going to go with the relay consolation. And in post position number 2, here is a team that normally is in the championship round. They got disqualified yesterday afternoon, no fault of their own. But this is the Dancing Warrior team out of the Pine Ridge, South Dakota. And that great young rider who I mentioned earlier, being a superstar in the sport of Indian relay, he's coming back from injuries, and he's going to be riding again. His name is Caden Brings Plenty. And the holder is going to be Davis Yellow Bull, Austin Warrior, and the mugger is going to be Holden Holiday. In post position number 3, it is going to be Charges Strong, of Lodge Grass, Montana. They represent the Upsalagan Nation. And a young rider who is under the tutelage of one of the greatest riders of all times. This is going to be Jonathan Bearbelow. Darren Chargestrong is going to be the setup man. D.C. Wilson is the backup holder, and Darren Chargestrong Jr. will be the mugger. Now we go to post position number 4. Ramada Lame Deer, Montana, representing the Northern Cheyenne Nation out of Lame Deer, Montana. This is going to be the Roundstone Relay. They're going to be in black and lime green. A rider by the name of Randy Moxon is going to be the rider, and holder is going to be David Roundstone. Sam Littlewhite Man will be the back holder, and Koyas Fisher is going to be the mugger. And that is the 3 that is going to come now towards the starting line. It is a standing start, meaning that they have to be on the ground when the gun goes off, jump on the back of that horse, and down the track they go one time around, exchange for the second horse, go around the track once, get off, exchange for the third and final horse. That is going to be a total of well over 1.75 miles of racing. In order to do that, you have to be in great condition. And if you're not, it's going to show. As they go about ready to go, along the rail is going to be Dancing Warrior. Roundstone is chosen to be in the middle of the track. And on the far outside is going to be Chargestrong. All right, and the way they go along the rail, it is going to be Dancing Warrior, and Roundstone challenges early as they hit the turn, and they go around it. In third is going to be the team of Chargestrong. They are going to be running third right now, about 5.5 lengths off the pace. Around the turn and down the straightaway they go. The South Dakota team with Caden Brings Plenty is now out in front, way out towards the center of the track, almost to the far outside, is Roundstone, given an advantage when it's not necessary to be that far out. Now, he's in second. In third is going to be Chargestrong. Here they come around the turn. As they go around the turn, it is going to be the Pine Ridge, the Ogallala, the wild Ogallalas, now opening up pretty close to about 7.5 lengths over Roundstone, who is still in third. In second, in third, it's going to be Chargestrong. And down the stretch they come. It is going to be Dancing Warrior with Caden Brings Plenty. Now watch his exchanges. He's an outstanding rider for the Dancing Warrior, the Ogallala team. Now watch him. He's going to come in here. He's going to get off. It's going to be about 1, 2, 3, and away he'll go. It is the way it's done. Oh, my goodness. He's got the horse on vapor lock, but he gets away. He's going to be okay. And Roundstone Relay. Heck, there they go. It's Chargestrong now in second place. Around the turn now with about 15 lengths opening up between him and anybody else is Dancing Warrior. In second, it's going to be the team of Chargestrong, the Upsalagan Nation. And down the back stretch they go. In third place is the Fighting Cheyennes of Lame Deer, Montana, the Roundstone team. As they go down the back straightaway, way out in front is Dancing Warrior. And I did talk about normally they are in the championship race on the last day of any Indian relay, whether it's in South Dakota, Montana, Washington, or Wyoming. This is Dancing Warrior now displaying their abilities, and it's way, way out in front by about 25 lengths. But Chargestrong is trying to move up. Way back, another 10.5 further back, is going to be the team of Roundstone. Now here he comes. Now watch his exchanges. It is going to be 1, 2, 3, and away they go. It is the third and final horse. This is Caden Brings Plenty. Here he comes. Now watch the setup man right there. He's got that horse in great position, and that's how you do it, and away he goes. Man, that is awesome to see. Now coming in, it is Charges Strong with that young rider by the name of Jonathan Barbelo. There he goes. And oh my goodness, he hits the ground. He hits that horse. He's going to be all right. Now, we got Roundstone. They got money in third place. They're way out of it. Around the turn and down the back straightaway they go. It is Dancing Warrior now. They are running comfortably. They got another race meet next weekend. They're not going to overuse that horse. About 25 to 30 lengths further back is the Crow team. And this is the Charges Strong with the rookie rider by the name of Jonathan Barbelo. And another gap of about 30 lengths is Roundstone. And towards the finish line we come at the midway of the turn. Here comes Dancing Warrior. Dancing Warrior now is doing very well as he hits the top of the stretch with about 250 yards left to run. Ladies and gentlemen, give a great welcome and appreciation for the toughness and durability of Caton Brings Plenty as he makes his way towards the finish line. Dancing Warrior, here we come. Ogallala, Wild Ogallala. Now, in second place, he looks back and he knows he's in second. He's already celebrating. He looks back and he knows he's got it in the bag. It is Jonathan Barbelo in second place. And now Roundstone. Here they come, the Northern Cheyenne. They ended up in third. Oh, man, what a race. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about the consolation run of Dancing Warrior and Caton Brings Plenty? Oh, man, I'm so glad that my good friend Caton wasn't hurt seriously. I mean, I think he's been hurt worse in the bar in Manderson, South Dakota. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away for the championship of the 2024 307 Racing's Indian Relay Challenge. There are going to be 6 teams that are going to make their way in front of the grandstand. And out of those 6 teams, there are going to be 3 horses. There's going to be a total of 18 horses on the track, as well as 24 men. It is going to be a little crowded. Post position number 1 is going to be at the end of the grandstand. And then it goes to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here at the finish line. Now, normally in a case like this, where there are 6 teams on the track, there is going to be a lot of congestion. And the most favored spot to have is either post position number 1 or post position number 6. Because 2, 3, 4, and 5 is going to be coming and going. There's going to be a lot of narrow spaces that the young riders are going to have to navigate through. So, what we're going to look forward to is going to be a very exciting conclusion to the weekend's festivities of Native American Indian Relay. And we have at this time 6 teams that deserve a shot at the big money, that deserve a shot at the buckles and the star quilts and the jacket. And I know I had a friend who was in the business and he had 30 jackets that he won. And out of those 30, he had 29 different women wear those jackets throughout his lifetime. Nowhere in America does that happen because then the divorce court would be very busy. But ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the championship? 6 teams. They're going to make their way shortly. And I'm going to introduce them to you from the bottom up. In post position number 6, ladies and gentlemen, here is one of the hot teams in America. I've talked about them earlier in the programs about how good they have become over the last several years. This is going to be the team of Frontline Relay out of Fort Thompson, South Dakota. Here's a young rider by the name of Caliber Pickner. Now, Caliber Pickner has only been about maybe 2 to 3 years, but he's developed very rapidly into one of the most promising young riders in the sport of Indian Relay. The back holders are going to be Christian Bishop, Shadow Rockwood, and Mason Redwing is going to be the mugger, and that is going to be the front line. They're going to be in that dark purple. In post position number 5, ladies and gentlemen, here is a team that has been in the business forever. They are generation to generation some of the top horsemen in North America, and they represent the Piikani Nation, better known as the Blackfeet. They make their home in Browning, Montana. Here is the team of Star School with Taj Little Plume, who is going to be doing the riding, Martin Little Plume, and Tim Kickenwoman, and Josiah Garcia is going to be the mugger. Now in post position number 4, ladies and gentlemen, a young team made up of veterans. They are one of the young teams that made their home in Pine Ridge, South Dakota, and a great young rider by the name of Joseph Fasthorse will be doing the riding. Audrey Ketches is going to be the back holder, Kaylee Lazard, and Harley Brewer is the mugger. Now in post position number 3, from out of the Fort Yates, North Dakota, the Standing Rock Indian Reservation, it's going to be Longfeather. Jace Longfeather, a very competent rider, will be doing the riding. Justin Longfeather, Tylee Cadotte is the back holder. Xavier Cadotte is the catcher. Now in post position number 2, another new team by the name of Lone Dog Relay, representing the Wind River Indian Reservation out of Riverton, Wyoming. Caton Lone Dog, Charlie Lone Dog, Dennis Posey, and Kyle Osborne is the mugger. And now in post position number 1, representing the Apsaugig Nation, making their home out of Crow Agency, Montana, and an outstanding young rider who is one of the top athletes in the state of Montana's high school scene, one of the best basketball players around. His name is Kingston Huggs. And we go to the veteran, the champion, the 2018 world champions, Mr. Cody Brown. Zach Bacon will be the back holder, and CJ Goes Ahead Purdy is going to be the catcher. Now they're almost all in line. It is front line towards the right. Longfeather in their gold and black. It is going to be a good one right now as we go almost all in line. And away they go. Along the rail, it's going to be front line. Longfeather is alongside. And River Road is in third. Star School is going to be in fourth. Wildfire Relay is right there. And it's going to be a close one as Lone Dog Racing is right in the hunt. Down the back stretch they go. Longfeather is out in front. But challenging for the lead along the rail is going to be front line on the outside of them. They do pass him up. This is very, very close as they go down towards the top of the turn. It is still going to be the team of Star School front line, River Road, Lone Dog, Longfeather, and Wildfire Relay. And here they come, midway around the turn. It is still front line out in front. Outside of him is going to be Wildfire Relay, followed by Lone Dog and River Road and Star School. Now here they come. Down the straightaway they come. River Road is going to be in post position number 1. Lone Dog is going to be in post position number 2. River Road comes in first. Front line on the outside. Wildfire is in third. And here they come. River Road gets off and got a clean shot at getting away. Front line is going to overshoot just a tad bit. Wildfire now is going to be in second. Front line is in third. And Lone Dog, Longfeather, Star School is the trailer. Around the turn they go with about 5.5 lengths to 7 lengths. Out in front is River Road, the Apsalo Nation. Along the rail is going to be front line. On the outside of him, about a half a length further back is Wildfire. At a gap of pretty close to about 10.5 lengths is Longfeather, and then Lone Dog and Star School. Down the backstretch they go to the head of the turn. It is River Road out in front. Wildfire is in second. In third, it's going to be front line. And in fourth, it is going to be Lone Dog Relay. And around the turn, and here they come. River Road, the Crow team, is out in front. The main thing on these types of championship races is not to get excited. They got to slow down to be faster. All teams. Right now we see River Road coming in, and watch his exchanges. He's getting on a little sorrel horse. Here he comes. It is Kingston Hugs of the Great Crow Nation, followed by Wildfire. Wildfire is right there. And the way they go, oh man, it's a collision. Oh man, that is well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. River Road is out in front. Front line with that, Caliber Pickner. He's trying to hang on. Oh man, he did it. Man, this kid is outstanding. Wildfire is in third. Star School is in fourth. Longfeather is injured on the track. We're going to see what happens. Down the back stretch they go. Ladies and gentlemen, out in front, by a close to about 20 lengths is going to be River Road. In second place, it's going to be front line. Wildfire is going to be in third. And the Piccunny team is moving up on that gray horse. That is Star School. They are in fourth. Longfeather and Lone Dog. They are going to be out of it. Around the turn with about 15 lengths separating second and first. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes River Road. And the horse coming up the wrong way. He's got to maneuver. He's got to see if he can get away from that horse. Heads up, heads up, heads up. We got a horse going the wrong direction. And River Road wins it all. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Crow Nation, Kingston Hug. In second, it's going to be Frontline with Caliber Pickner. In third, it is Wildfire Relay with Joe Fasthorse. And in fourth, it is Star School with Taj Little Plume. Man, what an exciting end to this wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We still have a horse loose. We got a horse loose. And oh my goodness, I tell you, I've never seen a guy stop a horse going full blast. I haven't seen that yet. I was close to it one time. A team of horses got loose in the Pendleton Roundup Parade, and a great cowboy almost sacrificed his life and stopped that horse going full speed. I saw that with my own two eyes.